In this video, we're going to work on decimals. We see decimals everywhere in our lives, in money, measurement, science, sports, everywhere. And in this video, we're going to understand what decimals are, how to read them, compare them, and order them. So let's get started. So what is a decimal? Let's say 0.5. Well, a decimal is another way of writing a fraction. For example, 0.5 is 5/10. And we could look at any other number like 0.3, which is 3/10, or 0.7. What would that give us? Well, 7/10. Yes. So now we're going to look at place values of decimals. With the place values of whole numbers, the least is ones. And after the decimal point, we have tenths, hundredths, and thousands. Now, let's say we have a number like 4.587. Let's now look at the place values of these numbers. So 4 is in the place of ones, 5 in the place of tens, 8 in the place of hundredths, and 7 in the place of thousands. And this is what your answer would be. 4 are ones, 5 are tenths, 8 are hundredths, and 7 are thousands. So those are the place values for those numbers. How about 8.349? In this case, 8 is ones, 3 is tenths, 4 is hundredths, and 9 is thousands. If you're asked to find the number that is in the hundredths place, it would be 4, right? So here's another question. What digit is in the tenths place of 12.684? Well, remember, we have ones, so 2, 1.684. We have ones, here we would have tens, right? And for the tenths place, we know 6 would be the answer. So our answer would be 6. Okay, now we're going to read decimals. And the first question would be, how do you read 3.47? We read the whole number as it is, and then the 0.47 would be read as 47 hundredths. Why? Because we have 47 and these are tenths and these are hundredths. So that's why we say 47 hundredths. So our answer would be 3 and 47 hundredths. How about 5.203? Let's look at the place values. Tenths, hundredths, thousands. So it's 5 and 203,000. That's how you'd read this. Okay, now we're going to compare decimals. And when comparing decimals, we have one rule, which is we always compare left to right. Here's an example. Let's compare 0.7 and 0.65. We'll put one above the other, so 0.7, 0.65.
5,
You do see that we have two decimal places and we have one here. So to make them equal, just put a 0 there so that we have the same number of decimal places. And when we go from left to right, going this way, we see 0, 0. They're both the same. 7, 6. 7 is greater than 6. So 0.7 is greater than 0.65. Let's look at another example. So now we're going to compare 0.45 and 0.405. So like we did before, we'll put one on top of the other so that we're comparing their place values. You see we have two place values here, and here we have three different place values. So 0 there. Now we have the same number of place values for both. So we can now compare them from left to right. So 0, 0, 4, 4, 5 is greater than 0. So 0.45 is greater than 0.405. And that is your answer. Here's another example. Let's compare 7.056 and 7.065. You do notice that they do have the same number of decimal places. So 7 is the same, 0 is the same, 5 is less than 6. So this is greater than the top one. So I would say 7.065 is greater than 7.056. And that is your answer. Now here's a question. We're going to order these decimals from largest to smallest. So we're going from bigger to smaller. Let's first compare all of them. We're going to put them on top of each other. We're going to stack them up, make sure they have the same number of decimal places, and then we can compare them. So we'll start with 1.09, 1.9, 1.109, and 1.19. So here you see we have tens, hundreds, and thousands. So we're going to do that with the rest. So add a 0 here, add 2 zeros here, and add a 0 there. Now they all have the same number of decimal places. So let's solve them. They both have 1. That means they're the same. We're going from largest to smallest. So let's look at the tenths. 9 is greater. So we will put 1.9, and then we have 1, which is greater than 0. Let's look at the ones now. The 0 and 9, 9 is greater. So we have 1.19, and then 1.109, and lastly would be 1.09. And this would be our answer. Here's another question. We're going to order these numbers from smallest to largest. So we're going to do the same thing. Stack them up. 0.8, 0.75, 0.805, and 0.78. Tens, hundreds, thousands. So add a 0 here to have 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. They all have the same number of decimal places. So let's compare them. Which one's smallest? 8, 7, 8, 7. I think 7 is smaller. And then from the 7s, let's see, 8, 5. 5 is smaller. So 0.75. And then 0.78. And then we have 8. They both have 0. 0 is smaller than 5. So 0. So that would be 0.8, and finally 0.805 as the largest number. And that is your answer. If you found this helpful, make sure you hit subscribe and join our school community for more lessons, practice, and support. The link is in the description below. See you inside.